Tszyu, Keith Thurman. Let's go.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm going to tell you straight up and down, I don't like this for Keith. I don't like this for Keith. Well, first and foremost, this is going to be the debut event, PBC pay-per-view available through Prime. And it's actually not a bad card, you know. Got Tszyu versus Keith Thurman, and I believe Erislandri Lara's on that card. If I read that correctly, I think Sebastian Fundora's making his return, and Rolly and Pitbull is on that. You know, I'll talk about that in separate videos, but I want to focus on this. It's for March 30th, and Keith Thurman. How many times he's fought in like the last few years? Like 3 times. Like, what was it? He fought like 3 times in the last 4 or 5 years or something like that. You know, this guy's inactive. Now here's the weird part. This fight is at 155. What? Wait a minute.
What?
What is that? 155? Isn't Keith a welterweight? You can't make 154? What is happening here? I don't like that, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I also read that this fight is not for Tszyu's belt. So it's at 155 and it's not for Tszyu's belt. What is he fighting this? What is he fighting Tszyu for? The payday? What is happening here? This is not cool, man. This is not cool. It's at a catch weight of 1 pound over the 154 weight. There's no belt involved. So even if he goes in there and wins against Tszyu, it's for nothing but a payday. He gets nothing from this. Do you understand if he fights Tszyu for whatever marbles he has, and he beats him, he becomes a major player? We might be talking about him versus Jamel Charlo or anybody else at 154. So this fight means nothing but, oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute. My apologies, it means something. Tszyu is on a roll right now. His confidence is through the roof. He's kicking everyone's behind and he's taking names. And here comes the PBC with its dicknanigans. You heard me right. Could Keith Thurman be a sacrificial lamb to Tszyu because Tszyu at this current junction is better for business? This is what you want to do, Keith, to start off the PBC's run on Amazon Prime? You had to throw your name in the hat and do this? Really, man? I don't like this. Keith, I don't like this, man. I don't like this, Keith. Not one bit. This is just wrong. You can't You don't want to at least try and get that belt? It's 1 pound. And I know, weight gain and weight drain is a science. I understand that. But the fact that there's no belt involved in this, listen, bro, let me find out you're going in here for a payday and you're getting paid to lay down. Let me find out, Keith. Let me find out, Keith. One time, oh man, Keith, man. Keith, what's going on, bro? What's really good with this? This sounds like, man, this got setup written all over it, man. This looks to me like a play to get a name on Tszyu's record. Keith, you've been inactive. You haven't been active enough. And you're a name. And they're about to use you, bro. Are you going to go in there and lay down? I don't know what you're making. But are you going to go in there and say, hey, all right, they think I'm going to come in at 155 and they think I'm going to lay down. Watch what I do to this kid. Is it going to be a situation like that? Because outside of that, man, the inactivity and, in my mind right now, I'm going through your last few fights and I'm like, you didn't look as dominant, bro. Let me find out they're bringing you in here to lose, Keith. And let me find out you playing along. Is this what it's come to, bro? Come on, Keith. I can only hope that you took this fight and gave them the idea that you just are willing to go in there and, play ball with them. What's understood doesn't need to be explained type of thing. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah, Keith is going to be on this kid's resume, and that's great for business. That's great for business. This is how we're going to launch, a valid name losing to this Tszyu kid, son of the legend, Tszyu. And Keith, I hope you know that they have that in mind. And I hope that you hit that gym and say, yeah, all right, watch this. I'm spoiling everything. I'm going to come in there looking like one time from like 2013 type stuff. Can you do that, Keith? Can you? Keith, if you go in there and be a victim, if you go in there and be the fall guy, bro, man, come on, bro. If you go in there and become the fall guy, you may as well have fought in Clarissa Shields, bro. I need you to go in there with the idea that you're really going to win. But if you have an understanding that you're going to go in there and just collect a check and, it is what it is, I'm going to get paid. Then after this fight, brother, retire. But I'm always hoping that you prove me wrong. Will Keith be one time or will he be the fall guy? Don't you just love this sport? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!